Hey everybody, my name is Eric Rzybowski. Let me be the first to welcome you to Get Paid Nation and say congratulations on making a great decision. What I'd like to do real quick is just walk you through our system and what we call a fast start training, and I can kind of share with you what I heard my first night. When I was in your chair 6.5 years ago, the guy talking to me was named Dave Watson. If you don't know Dave yet, he got to the highest level in the company, and by the time I met him, he already had his own airplane that this company was paying for, which he flies around from event to event. So here's my point. He had my attention. When I was in your chair, he taught me two rules that I've built this business with my entire career. The number one rule, and the first thing I'd write down and always remember, is that this business is supposed to be fun. Our mission statement as a company is to put more fun, freedom, and fulfillment into people's lives, and our job is to simply be a beacon of that when you start this business. So have fun, and here's my advice. Throw a party. You can call them travel parties, you can call them business launches, you can call them wine and cheese parties, you can call them travel barbecues. We don't care. The idea is you have your own friends and your own family into your own home in the first 7 to 10 days, and somebody from the team can come help you show them the business. Now, the goal we're shooting for is to get at least 10 people to come out to that event or show at least 10 people in your first 7 to 10 days so we can make your money back for you right away. As you remember from the presentation, our ratios are generally 6 out of 10. That's the average number of people that see it that join. Now, when you refer 6 members, the least you can make is $1,250. You get $450 cash, so you got all your money back and you're in a profit, and then you have $800 to take a dream trip. Then the second rule, and probably the best decision I made, was to be coachable and teachable. See, in my first 3.5 hours with World Ventures, I made my first 12 sales. And all I did is I wrote down the stuff that I'm about to teach you, and that was taught to me taught for me from people that were making millions of dollars from doing this business. And I literally read them to my friends. It looked like this. Hey, Jonathan, this is Eric. I mean, I'm literally reading word for word a script. Now, I promise you, I wasn't comfortable doing that. Reading a script to my best friends was not comfortable, but I understood something. Average people do not force themselves to get uncomfortable, and that's exactly how they stay average their entire lives. To me, one of the worst things you could call me when this life is over is average. See, I understand that when you grow your comfort zone, you're also growing your wealth zone. So what I'm going to ask you to do right now might sound a little bit weird. It might not be exactly how you talk to people, but I want you to understand, it's not how I talk to people either. But somebody who was making a lot of money taught me to do this stuff, and I did it, and it worked. So I'm challenging you to just try it. So the first thing I want you to do is not prejudge people. See, if you want to make a lot of money in this business, we need a lot of contacts. This is a contact sport. What we suggest is you simply take out your phone and you dump it on a sheet of paper. First name, last name, phone number. You're not allowed to try to prejudge and say, well, this person's going to travel for sure, so they're going to do it. And this person's not going to do it because they don't have the money. And this person's going to do it because they know everybody. And this person's not going to do it because they are too successful. You're not allowed to play God and try to prejudge. I just want you to, without thinking before you go to bed tonight, on your sheet of paper, jot down every name that's in that phone. First name, last name, phone number. Now, if you don't have at least 200 names in that phone, I want you to go to Facebook, and I want you to jot down every person that if you called them and you said, hey, this is Eric, they would simply recognize you by your first name. Once you do that, I want you to write the two most important letters on top of that piece of paper once you make your names list, SW. SW means this: some will, some won't, so what? See, this industry of network marketing today creates a lot of first-time millionaires. You're currently listening to one. But what it also does is it creates a lot of failures. It's a double-edged sword. I'm going to tell the truth. I hope that's okay with everybody listening. We don't all become millionaires. It's more millionaires and more failures. When I learned that, I asked a question: why do people fail? The only way you can fail at World Ventures, there's actually only one answer, is you quit. So you can start here and you can be the worst rep in the history of the company and keep coming back the same way. We'll still love you the same way. It doesn't matter to us. You're not going to get fired here. The only way you're going to fail is because you're going to quit. People quit every day. So what, by the way? People understand there's hundreds of people quitting McDonald's today. But does anybody think the president of McDonald's is currently sitting in his office going, oh no, 16-year-old Chelsea in Baltimore is quitting McDonald's? Let's shut it down. Or do you think he understands that that's just part of the job? When people quit, you replace them without even noticing with somebody better. It's called turnover. So I was okay with that. But my question was this: if the only way to fail is to quit, why do people quit? And that answer was really interesting. The number one reason people fail and the number one reason people quit, and I hope you don't, but if you do, it's because your feelings get hurt. Now, that was funny to me because I was one of those people that want to make a lot of money fast. That might be you, hopefully, on this line. But my question was this: when do I get paid? Here's the answer. Whatever you do between right now and Friday at midnight, there'll be a check waiting for you in your bank account next Friday. My first day, I was like, prove it. I want to make a bunch of money my first Friday. And if that's you, let me tell you what you got to do when you get off this webinar. You have to take the opinions of people. You have to take the results, the yeses and the nos when you show people World Ventures, and you have to detach yourself from it emotionally. I look at myself like a waiter or a waitress. If we go to Applebee's and we have dinner, as soon as we're done eating, the waitress comes up to our table and she goes, "Hey, did you save any room for dessert?" And she gives us this big smile. And 99.9% of the time, I always say, "No, I'm stuffed. Go get me a box." The interesting part is the waitress's reaction. When I say no to her, she doesn't even hear me. She doesn't care at all. What she does is she goes next table, next table, next table, because she understands her job is to simply ask. See, when that waitress was at her very first training of her very first day, her manager said, when somebody's done eating, you go up to their table and you just ask if they want dessert. You don't have to convince them to get dessert. Your job is to simply ask. I want you to look at that cell phone. I want you to look at that names list. I want you to look at your friends on Facebook and understand your job is to simply ask, not to make them say yes. Just simply ask everyone if they'd like to join through what we call our 5-step invite, which I'll teach you in a bit. The way I look at that names list once I made it was like a deck of cards. See, I understood that if I flipped enough cards, every deck has 4 aces. Well, in our binary system, I only needed 2. See, the good news, that best news you might hear today, is you're now 2 people away from complete financial freedom. If you find 1 ace for your left team and 1 ace for your right team, it's game over. It's what we call payday. You got to go find 2 good ones. Now, you might have to flip through a lot of deuces to find your aces. But I always remember, fast is fun, slow sucks. Now, the 5-step invite is what I wrote down and read to people my first night. The first step is to be in a hurry. So if I was calling Jonathan, I'd say, "Hey, Jonathan, this is Eric. Listen, I don't have a lot of time right now." Those are the first words out of my mouth. And funny enough, this is where 90% of people decide they're not going to do the invite. Because you're listening to me right now and you're thinking, "Well, Eric, that'd be hard for me. That'd be uncomfortable for me because I don't talk to my friends like that." Please understand this. I don't talk to my friends like this either. But some guy who was flying his own airplane 6.5 years ago told me to try this stuff, and I tried it, and I made over $1 million with this company using this exact concept. So just give it a shot. Step 1, listen, I don't have a lot of time right now. Step 2, clear the date. What are you doing tonight at 7? What are you doing today at 4? What are you doing tonight at 9? Whenever you want to show them, simply clear the date. Okay? They have 2 options. Jonathan's either going to say nothing, I'm free, or he's going to say I'm busy. Okay? If they say I'm free, it's called a win. If they say I'm busy, it's called a loss. Now, where most of us screw it up is when we lose, because we go, "Hey, Jonathan, this is Eric. Listen, I don't have a lot of time now. What are you doing tonight at 7? He goes, "Oh, I got the kids." Untrained people lose, and they still try to play. They turn into beggars. They go, "What are you tomorrow? What are you next day? Can you get online? Can I come over?" And you start begging people to see information. Here's the problem. People don't follow beggars. They only follow leaders. Now, what I did in the beginning was even worse. So if you've already screwed this up, or if you get off this line and you screw this up, I want you to hear this. It's okay. Just keep coming back and keep listening to this training, and you'll get better. I was terrible in the beginning. I went, "Hey, Jonathan, this is Eric. Listen, I don't have a lot of time right now. What are you doing tonight at 7? He goes, "Oh, I got the kids." Well, I was so fired up in the beginning, I would go, "No, you don't have the kids. You got to come see what I just saw. It's World Ventures, it's travel, it's right legs, left legs." And I went from inviting to presenting over the phone. Now, when you start explaining it, when you say World Ventures, when you say left leg, right leg, when you say travel, when you say any of that stuff, you're saying too much because it's impossible to present over the phone. It's like trying to give a haircut over the phone. It's just not possible. So if you lose, just don't play. "Hey, Jonathan, this is Eric. Listen, I don't have a lot of time right now. What are you doing tonight at 7? You're busy? I'm busy too. I will call you back tomorrow." Click. Go to the next 199 on your list. If you win, you move forward. "Hey, Jonathan, this is Eric. Listen, I don't have a lot of time right now. What are you doing tonight at 7? Nothing. Step 3 is only 3 magic words. I'm coming over. Now, for those of you that want to make money all day long, this is the end of your invite. See, most of the personals I've signed up, I just said, "I'm coming over." And a lot of my best friends, they didn't ask any more questions. I just knocked on their door and I showed them getpaidnation.net right at their kitchen table. And I just showed them the video. Okay, you can just do the presentation for them right there. Now, if you're inviting to a big hotel presentation or a big event in your area, you need to just simply go pick them up. So when I say I'm coming over, the reason I want to come over is I want to pick them up and bring them to an event instead of wait for them to meet me at an event or at a Starbucks or at a Panera Bread. Here's why. Last year I presented on 4 continents and I saw a lot of stuff. But the one thing I never saw was a guest attempt to jump out of a moving car on the way to a presentation. See, sometimes when people have to show up by themselves to a hotel presentation or to a restaurant presentation, they feel so uncomfortable showing up by themselves where they don't know anybody and they don't know what they're coming to that they don't even show up. But if you just go pick them up, you make them feel comfortable and they actually come. If you absolutely can't pick them up, just let them know you'll meet them outside and you'll save a seat for them to make them feel comfortable. So when I say I'm coming over, Jonathan says, why? What for? What are we doing? He might say that. Okay. If he says that, simply move to step 4. Step 4 is to get excited. Okay. Now, I'm excited. I've been involved in this company for a long time and I'm still excited. So I simply say this: I've got something you gotta see. I know that excitement is contagious. And I know I'm excited because for once I'm in the right place at the right time in my life, with the right company that has the right compensation plan on the right team, just like you are. When I say I've got something you gotta see, Jonathan's gonna go, what is it? Okay, now that's the same thing your friends are gonna say to you. That's the question we're all afraid of, is the what is it question. Understand this is why the first line is the most important. Call your friends when you're actually busy so you can go right back to it. What do you mean, what is it? I'm at work. I'm with the kids. I'm getting in the car. I can't explain the whole thing over the phone. It'd be like trying to get a haircut over the phone. It's not possible. It's 90% visual. The magic 2 words, step 5, though, are it's me. That's what it is, Mom. Best friend in the world, I'm coming over. See, understand, I'm not asking you to go show Donald Trump. I'm asking you to start with the 10 people that know you the best and trust you the most. And most of them, they'll just let you come pick them up and show them. And if we show those 10, we get 6, we can teach them the same system and help them each get 6. And you'll have a team and a paycheck going faster than you could imagine. Now, if you say it's me and they say, what is it again? I'm going to give you a couple other options. What I say when my friends ask, what is it twice? I simply say this: what's with the 20 questions? If it were you calling me, I'd already be on my way because it's you. Now understand, the more certain person wins every conversation. So if they're more certain that they don't need to show up and give you 45 minutes of their life, then you are more certain that if you get them to see this the correct way, it could completely change their life the way it has mine and thousands of other people all over this world, you'll win. It's just who's going to be more certain. I ask my friends this: do I have enough credibility to get 45 minutes of your life? Yes or no? I need to know that. If you're going to be my friend, I don't need to give you any more information. I just need to know that at any time I have enough credibility to get 45 minutes of your life. It's a yes or no answer. Yes? Great. See you at 6:30. Click. You master that phone call, you never work another job in your life. See, as soon as you become a master inviter, you'll be able to get the butts in the seats. The more butts you get in the seats, the more monies you makes. We got tools that can present for you. We have people that can present for you. But in the beginning, we just need you to be the professional inviters. From there, simply plug into our system. So the system goes invite, present, enroll, then go to every training event in your area. So there's regional training events. There's large training events where we all get together 4 times a year. And you can find all these events on World Ventures Event Reg, REG.com. So make sure you plug into your local events and make sure you plug into the national events, and I will see you at the next one. Once again, welcome aboard to our team, and one last piece of advice. Whatever you do, whatever happens, the good and the bad, there's going to be ups and downs. Just make a commitment to yourself right now that you're going to be here a year from now. Welcome aboard.